Fortnite Save the World, we all love it, we all think it's a dead mode, but let's be real, this mode has a lot of potential, and with that comes a lot of props that never made it into Battle Royale or Creative mode. Now today I'm going to be showing you guys some awesome props that I have managed to get in Creative mode. I have been given these, and no, I am not distributing them. I hate that little thing. Die! I will not be distributing them because, well, it's just not a good idea if I want Epic to love me, and because, you know, I don't know if I can get in trouble for doing that. But I believe I can show them off, but I want to give you a word of warning. If you do happen, shut up, Bray. I would not recommend including them in a published map because that can get you in trouble, especially special props like licensed collabs and just other things that are like objective markers and things. So here we go. Okay, so here we have a bunch of the props that I managed to get. This isn't all of them. I have a few things extra that are missing here, such as upgraded chests that you could find across the maps in Save the World, some interactable things, but most of the cool stuff is here. So starting over here, these are actually upgraded builds. You can see this is brick, I believe, this is metal, this is wood, this is also metal, and another piece of wood. So I just want to copy this and see what happens if you can see if I edit them, they do turn back into regular materials that are obtainable in Creative, but basically Save the World has this sort of upgrade feature where you can upgrade materials once they're built, so they have more health, they take longer to get into, they're just more resistant against husks, which are like the zombies in Save the World. So these are just cool little props, you know. I don't think I'd ever use them for anything, but they're nice to have. Over here we have a bunch of cars that we never got in Battle Royale or Creative, which I think is really interesting because Battle Royale reused a lot of like assets from Save the World in the early Chapter 1 days, but these vehicles were never used, except the ice cream truck. You'll see why that's special. So here we've got this nice little school bus. It's a yellow school bus. This is actually the model that they used for the battle bus in Battle Royale from seasons, well, from the pre-season up to Chapter 1 Season 3, I believe, or Season 5. I'll throw an image up of that on screen, but as you can see, it's just a nice little school bus. We've got this like hot rod here. I believe this changes colour depending on where you place it. It does, which is an attribute that a lot of props in Save the World have, which is really, really cool. Now this in particular is quite common in the Stonewood region of Save the World, which is the first region you visit. Over here we've got this sort of crashed car. This destroyed car is covered in sand, and that's because it's from the Canny Valley desert region of Save the World. You'd walk around and you'd see these like little ruins of cars. Even this changes colour, which is quite impressive, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't expect something like that to change colour. We've got another hot rod here. I don't think there's any discernible differences. You got this car, this sort of classic looking car. Now this does remind me a lot of a car from the Dark Tilted gallery, so I'm just gonna... Here it is. You can see this sort of very similar. This is also from Save the World. It didn't enter Battle Royale until Season X, which is quite an interesting little thing. But we've got this sort of 1920s sort of American or British looking car here, which I think is quite cool to have. Another Canny Valley car. You can see it's got sand in it, which I think is interesting because the whole model is there, but they've added sand. So I think it's quite cool they actually made sand part of the model, although it is a bit strange that you can just destroy sand. I'm not sure what that's about. Got this cool like motorbike here, which is quite nice, you know. Not really much to say. I'm surprised we never actually got bikes on the Battle Royale map, like ever, literally ever. We never got bikes. Grass Killer, very nice. I believe this is also from Stonewood or Plankerton, one of the two. Moving on over here, we've got this quite glitched little vehicle. There we go. Okay, so sometimes it's glitched, sometimes it's not. But this is sort of I don't even know how to describe it. Maybe another like classic car. I don't even know where this appears in the game, but it's sort of all broken there, which is quite interesting. And as you saw before, the texture was a bit broken. Like, even this changes colour. Like, everything changes colour in this game. That's impressive. Here we've got a fire truck. These are quite common in the Stonewood region of Save the World. These are really cool, and this is one of the main things that I'm surprised we never got in Battle Royale. just a fire truck set on the map, because we got the buses, not that bus, but a different bus. We got ice cream vans, we got all sorts, but we never got fire trucks. Moving on, we have another school bus. This one you can actually go inside, which is quite cool. Now, if it wasn't for the fact that you can't actually use these in creative, this would be like a really dope thing to make into a battle bus, you know? Get a prop mover device, if I can actually get out, thank you. And then have this sort of fly across the sky, you know? And then you can literally, you know, just jump out. And that would be super dope. But unfortunately, I don't think you can actually use this in creative, which is a big shame. An ambulance, this is the other prop that I'm surprised we never got into Battle Royale. And I always thought back in chapter 1 that eventually we'd see it on the map. But no, we never did. It's a cool thing. These really do like reek of early chapter 1 sort of Save the World designs, and that's because, you know, that's exactly what they are. Got a post van, not really sure what else I can say. You know, they have a lot of unique van designs, which is pretty cool, because even both of these are completely unique from, where are they? Yes, the Der Burger, Pizza Pit, Fork Knife, etc. food vans. You can see there's a different design for all three, which is quite an interesting thing. We got this tank. Now, I wasn't actually sure where this was from, but I was told that in a later mission there's an underground military base that you enter, and they are found in here, which I think is cool. It's honestly like sort of crazy to see how far we've come from this tank to this tank. Just look at the evolution in the models there. That is absolutely crazy to me. And finally, we have this ice cream van. Now, we have ice cream vans in Battle Royale, we have ice cream vans in Creative. Caution, children. So what makes this one special? Well, apart from the fact that it costs, like... Oh, this one costs memory. But it is invincible. I'm also pretty sure that this is actually cheaper than a standard ice cream van. I will, you know, double check that just to be sure, just for you guys. Yeah, this is 651 memory. This is 364. So, yeah. Now here we have the most exciting prop of all, a Der Burger thing. It's got like slurp, it's got a drink. I'm guessing this is just a prop from the Der Burger restaurants found in Stonewood region that never made it into Battle Royale. Interesting that it's actually animated, because we don't have many of these sort of props, especially animated fluids, which is quite an interesting thing. Now you may be thinking, well, it has a memory, so surely it must be coming to creative. No. Unless it's something like the ice cream van over there, which is quite strange, frankly. Either an unreleased prop will have 0 memory, or it will have 20. There's like no in between. Unless it's actually got a memory value, which is usually when it's a retextured version of something else. Now here, we have something special. The police cars from Save the World, Battle Royale, and for a while, Creative. Now these were removed in Chapter 2 Season 3 in response to real world matters, and they never came back. And I don't even have the Chapter 2 version of the police car. And I'm pretty sure this is blacklisted, so you're not actually allowed to use this in any published map. Should be fine, just have it in this map, because nobody can access it except me. But, you know, it's just cool to have. And, you know, for those who are wondering, it doesn't have a proper memory value anymore. And when you break it, it no longer does the police car siren, because for some reason in Creative, none of the cars make the proper car brake sound that they used to in Battle Royale. Now over here we have a cool prop. You can see it's sort of got this outline, and you can actually interact with it. And I have a few of these. These are actually sort of devices in Save the World, I guess, that you use to further your progress. You can see that's why there are a few icon identifiers on the map. So if we use this, that is cool. Similarly, over here we have this rocket. This is from when you complete a region in Save the World. You have to get a load of blue glow, I believe, like defend it from zombies, and then import it here, import the blue glow rather, and then watch the rocket launch. But unfortunately we cannot do that in Creative. It would usually play a cutscene, but hey, at least we can see the outline of the rocket. Wow. See, it's like there was always a rocket right here. Okay, now this is a cool prop. It's like a mini boss spawner from Save the World, I believe. It's quite loud. And just look at that, that is so dope. No, you can definitely not use stuff like this. It does look a little bit glitchy when you place it down. But if you just like go out of the world and come back in, it's fine. But it is such a cool little thing to have here. It's got this effect, it's got the thing spinning around, it's even got this. When you place it down for the first time, it's even got this cool storm effect. It's just props like this that would be so nice having creative and would make such a nice difference from the rather basic looking sort of Fortnite Mares creatures Fortnite. Like, look how much cooler this is than this. Oh. Whoops, I accidentally deleted it, so good job, me. Now, before we get on to the most exciting stuff of all, let's have a look at some nature. Got this big yellow tree from Stonewood. Not Stonewood, sorry, Plankerton. Got this other tree. You can tell that this is slightly different. It's got a different log here. I don't know if these are... Okay, that is... Whoa, that gets destroyed in one hit. What about this? Okay. That's interesting. So we've got some more trees here. We've got these sort of pine trees, which are very similar to ones from Battle Royale. I believe the only difference is the colour. What is the difference? I honestly can't tell the difference, because this is clearly from Save the World. It doesn't have a memory value. Same with this, so I don't know what's going on with those. Same with this. This is an interesting tree, but this is the most exciting because it's slanted, and we don't have slanted trees in creative. Over here we've got, I believe these are swampy trees. I'm not entirely sure where these are from again. This one even has a little spider web in it, which is just a nice detail. Again, sort of birch trees. This is like a duo birch tree. This is like a single dead birch tree. I love this tree because it's even got its own custom fire effects, and that is very chapter 1 fire looking. I mean, look at that. That is very cartoony, and I love it. We've got, I don't think I looked at these. There's this nice little weird looking alien sort of bush, a palm tree, some more sort of ferns and things, and this nice little red bush, and I really like this red bush. It reminds me a lot of the red bushes from the Autumn Gallery. And finally we have these things. Now this is a blue glow burner, and I don't remember what it does, to be honest. It's definitely for some kind of mission, I believe. Oh, this is Frostnight. This is from the Frostnight event. This is from the Fortnite Mares Hexylvania event. Now, interestingly, it seems to be a revive statue from Dungeons mode, and I don't know if it actually works if you get anybody into the lobby, but I have to assume it doesn't. We've got a blue glow sort of thing here. This can't remember what it's called, but basically it will build like a structure. You have to defend it from the husks. It makes a weird noise whenever you start to interact with it, but obviously it doesn't do anything. Got this. This is Lars's van. It even has my man Lars inside, which is actually really cool. Like, he's even animated and all. So this is actually really cool to have. But yeah, Lars is an important figure in Save the World. I believe if you sort of move the prop around, you can see the balloon, which is the battle bus balloon, but it's not actually there in game. Sad. And frankly, we need more van props like this. Like, this is the same as the reboot van, and I think that's a really cool sort of model. Can you actually get in this? No, you cannot. It's got all this set up, and it's just really cool. Now, usually you also have to defend this in Save the World. Now, I thought it might be quite interesting if I got a bunch of the cars and the trees and sort of made it into a mini POI. Now, this is by no means a complete POI, but I just thought it'd be interesting to throw down some tilted buildings and see what it would look like in a sort of Save the World thing. And this just makes me want these props in creative more than ever. We've got this nice ambulance, we can run through past the police car, you've got the fire truck down here, you've got the bus, you can go inside the bus. God, I wish this was in creative. And you've even got this car that sort of crashed into a tree here. You know, it's just the little things, like the trees in the distance there, just looking all super cool. Just we don't question that area over there. So yeah, that is Save the World props in Fortnite Creative. Yeah, obviously there are some Save the World props in Creative already. Like, we've got the resource gallery that was added last season, which has a bunch of things. So it is possible that we'll get a lot of these props in the future. But I wouldn't, you know, hold my breath, because it could take like 5 years just to get like a car. So, you know, but Epic is strange and they keep adding random things, so who knows. Next time I'll be going over the chapter 3 props I have, such as Logjam. I've got some Daily Bugle stuff, Rocky Reels, just a bunch of interesting props from the chapter 3 map that I'd like to show off, and I think some things from chapter 2 as well. So look out for that, and I'll see you all next time. Dead game.
Yo, I ain't here for the money.